Well, here we are back in Mittenrahm, in the Brakenrahm, at the Mawn. Just giving a quick look on the outside, just in case somebody new clicks on and maybe wonders what it is I'm actually building when I'm only on the inside, showing you what I've been doing. So let's go in. It is rather messy, kind of okay with that. Some of this was here, I'm not actually sure what I was working on. I think maybe this was in the middle of being done. I seem to recall complaining that I was trying too hard to match it to this one. But yeah, it's yeah, I've done a few bits and pieces more. Spent a lot of time building on the face, as I call it. It's not really a face because I'm on the inside of the body, but yeah, I've been slowly working out how I want to handle all of the variations in the width between these openings and the edge, and the fact that, you know, that's varying all the way around, coming in and back out again. And there's a few bits and pieces of work down here. This is older, been here a little while. The stuff at the top is almost completely new though. Well, I'm not actually sure what this status was, even of this. But yeah, partly mimicking what's on the outside in some locations, and then filling in. I'm probably going to, take this approach of work around some of what's here, and then, bring it back around to something more uniform. So yeah, like, not quite sure what I'm going to be doing here. I think I've partially had. And then, spin it around, and obviously, again, it gets closer here, so this becomes a little bit more obvious. Figure out how I'm going to bring it all the way down. I've had various ideas doing this all the way along this side as well, which, I kind of partly built this and then collapsed it because I figured it wasn't going to work. Been trying to mark out all this up here. Because we basically got this here, and I was thinking just to take it all the way around. And I'm dealing with the fact that the circle of 45-degree angle like this will only look like a proper circle from essentially kind of this position. So you're looking at it so that you're looking straight down on the whole edge, and it will look like an actual neat circle. But if you come up here and look straight across it, it won't look like a nice circle, which is, that's just the way that it is. But in order to achieve this, I need to work out how this changes. Because if you follow the same pattern of the semicircle, then, the 1/4 goes from here to here. And I actually need it to end here. I think that's the equivalent. Something along those lines. So, and it's also possible that it should be a 45-degree angle at this spot anyway. So, yeah, where does this connect to? Okay, connection's good. But yeah, I mean, this has been a headache. I've been chopping and changing this around the whole time, trying to bring this up. working out that it's a 1.4 multiplier on a 1-to-1. So if you've got a 45-degree angle like this, like I'm saying, then if it's from here straight down to here is 200. Actually, let's make this easier. If you draw a circle with a radius or diameter rather of 100 straight down, then you get that. That's what you've got. If you do this, where you keep bringing in 1 every time, so it builds the circle at a 45-degree angle, the diameter of the circle, supposed circle across the middle, will still be 100. But from that point to that point down there, that'll be 140 blocks, because that's not how the circle works when you tilt it. So I've been trying to factor that in, and this is why I'm as close as I am now, because the original point was all the way down there, and as I say, I've got it up to here now. But it's not gone well, which is why I abandoned it and started working on the face. And after, I've also been doing bits and pieces. I put this in. The column essentially breaks apart and goes around this other one, which is also breaking off here. Which actually brings us to this. I quite like how this came out. And it kind of ties in, because I've mentioned before, Mawn is, or was, a force of nature, given life. But of course, Mawn as a force of nature, even when it manifested as a creature, or something resembling a creature, wasn't really a living creature. It had no internal system, or at least nothing associated with being a living creature. It kind of has mouths, but there is no throat, there's no digestive system, there's no blood vessels, there's no muscle, there's no bones to attach muscles to. So I think I've raised this question before. Well, how does it do anything? It can't do anything. It can't move. It can't move around. It can't eat. It can't sustain itself. So I have considered the idea that Mawn has been adapting using the power of both the void and the elemental lord that it killed. And that's kind of manifested bone, effectively. So this is it attempting to grow a supporting structure that will hold its outer shell in place. Which I think is basically the way that it's... I may go, because I like this. This looks nice. I think this works quite well. And let's put something else along here. No, I'll leave it at that. I'll have to see how it goes. It's obviously all very indistinct, you see, this is one of the problems. I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, that is just a mess. And it's even worse with the potion not on. I suppose the back purple gives them a little bit more definition, but still slightly better to fly through. Kind. But yeah, slow progress. I would like to start decorating the back and covering up the markings But it kind of, because I couldn't get this done, it's like I need to rethink this and figure out how this is going to work, and maybe find an easier way to do this where I don't need to know what the actual circle is, or abandon it entirely. I think I'm going to have to just sort of take a look from back here and see how I feel about how to fill this in a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, it's nasty. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I think one of the first things I'm going to try is swapping the lodestone for a bone block. Maybe a calcite. We'll have to see. Obviously I'm in creative mode. I can use anything I want. There's no cost involved in that sense. And I know that the lodestone's materials have been altered in the recent patch, so it's a cheaper block to make, but I'm still kind of always consciously aware of that, and I don't want to go crazy. Yeah, it's too white. I need something a little grey. Let's try the calcite. It's still going to be too white, isn't it? Yeah, it's far too light. There we are. And this light's probably too dark. Oh, it's not too bad actually. It's not quite sharp enough. The lodestones really stand out. What else we got to try? It's going to be too dark. Yeah, it's too close to the tuff. Too much the wrong colour. It's actually not that. Yeah, there's some matching colours in here, isn't there? Still feel like it's just not right. It's gonna be crazy, but I think the lodestone may actually have to stay. Oh well. There's a little insight into the way that I do things. But yeah. I'll see how I do and get on with some of this stuff. Oh, I never showed the face. Getting ahead of myself. Oh, I'm showing bits and pieces anyway. Yeah, this may actually be finished. I don't think I'm going to add anything. Maybe potentially a little bit of colour, but I really don't know what to do in that sense. Quite pleased with this. May use this in other locations. Fairly pleased with these. You just need to decide which kind of lighting I want to go with, and plus the trapdoors. The copper has got something, but so does the mangrove. Anyway, yep, I'll definitely say adieu there. And it should do something.